Hi RCSC teachers, want to show you what it looks like on the teacher side when I join a Zoom meeting, and then Joe will have a video showing what this looks like on the student side. So in Otus, I know you might have a calendar, you can get to Zoom link that way. This teacher has a Zoom link right in the bookshelf, direct link. So I hit that, once again, depends what device, Chromebook, MacBook, but go ahead and open Zoom. When that comes up, it will show this, and so I'm going to join with computer audio, and there we go. So now, let's see here. So now I am waiting for Joe to join. All right, so Joe, down here, participants, it said waiting room. I don't know if it popped up. I can hit admit, so it just says student 1. I'm going to hit admit. They're going to come in here. So it does take just a moment. And then when the student comes up, they come in with their video on. So these are settings that already set. So video's on, but mute is off. And so the student can then unmute themselves. So then from there, once the student is in, and let's say you do want to mute them, I'm gonna on my side go back to participants. So you can find those if that's not there. I can hit on participants right there, and then from participants I find the student and I can hit mute, and I can ask them to mute, and then they are muted. So now let's say it is time for them to talk. If I go back and hit ask to unmute, and then the same thing for video. So I might no longer want video. I can go over to hear more. I can stop their video. And then let's say I do want their video back on. I go to more, ask to start video. And just know as a teacher on their end, when I click this, and you'll see when Joe does his video that it does ask them. So it prompts them if they want to. So we can't force them to, it's going to ask them and they have to click on it. So on the teacher side, over here, so gallery view versus speaker view. So, and once again, with more students, if I'm gallery view, I will see the students. The one thing, if I go up here, so if I click student and I want them pinned for me, I press pin video, that will pin their video, and that way they are they're pinned even if someone else is talking. Now, so this, I'm gonna have to edit this out, but so Joe, if I pin though, that doesn't pin it for everyone else, even if I'm the host. Yes, let me add. So just know when you pin, that is only for you, and I know, I've had to teach it for younger kids, that's hard, but that is something that you can teach kids how to pin if there's something where they want you to always be the one that's focused. So once again, just to show you where that is, you click up here next to the person, and then you press pin video. The other thing I want to show you as a teacher, so I'm gonna pin my video real quick, is you can rename a student here. So you can rename the student if you need to. Once again, you find their picture and rename it. So then the other thing is when we have, if you're using an iPad to present or using it as a document camera, you can ask students to pin that. That way they see the document camera as you're working. And once again, we know that takes some learning for students, but we can teach them that they can pin the document camera. That way it's very clear what they are seeing as you work through something. So the other thing is, once again, I know most of us know these things, but you can always stop your own video if you need by clicking down here, stop the video. If you have a profile picture, it will show. If not, it usually just says the first letter of your first name. You can also mute yourself and then unmute and start video back up. So let's say you have a student and you're about to start small group and the student's still in there, they haven't got out of the meeting. I can go over to the student, press more, and then I can either put in the waiting room, or I can remove them. Now we set the default setting that you remove someone, they can come back in, because we know that might happen a lot, so with younger students, that just is a setting in Clever. So I'm gonna remove him, and just know it will still put him in the waiting room even when he comes back. So I'll show you, I'm gonna remove him. So I'm gonna go up here to more, hit remove. It will make sure that you really wanna remove this student. I press okay, and then they are removed from the room. So that's where, if they wanna come back in, it still will go to waiting room. They're not automatically back in. So show you that here in a second. All right, so once again, I remove the student. It still has them come back in. So if you have a student that you don't want them, and hopefully that's not the case, you can press remove, but I'm gonna admit them back in. Just like before, it will just take a moment, come in, and once again, because my setting is mute, they are still muted, even though I had unmuted them earlier. Anytime they come into that room, that's the setting. So I can ask him to unmute, and it's up to the student, click it, to unmute. Okay, so then meeting's done. When I go to end, you have the option, I want to end meeting for all, because when I do that, that way students aren't hanging out, so I hit end meeting for all, student's gone, and that's the end of the meeting. So hopefully that helped you out, and have a good day.